Mavs fans, today's show is all about 5 off-season trade targets the Dallas Mavericks could go after. But before I get into those 5 trade targets, I want you to send me your trade ideas in the comment section below. And you can get your trade ideas pulled up on the show by using hashtag trade and sending me anything and everything Dallas Mavericks trade related. So go ahead and do that down below, and we're going to get right into today's show.
All things Mavs.
Now, the first trade target I want to talk about is Jrue Holiday of the New Orleans Pelicans, the 30-year-old point guard / shooting guard, as he can play either position in the backcourt. And let's just be real. His defensive upside and the way he plays defense on the wings and on other guards would be a huge upgrade for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the only question I do have in regards to Jrue Holiday and what he would bring to this team is, how would the Mavs get him on this team? Because I genuinely have no idea what the New Orleans Pelicans would ask for in return for a veteran guard that is really the leader of this team. Yes, they have Zion Williamson. Yes, they have Brandon Ingram. Those are 2 great players. But Jrue Holiday is that veteran leader who's been there. He's won in the past before, and his defense turns this team into a whole nother level. So I think you're going to have to give up a lot to get a guy of Holiday's caliber. So I came up with this trade idea right here. And if you don't like it, that's all right. Use that hashtag trade below. Send me whatever your trade idea is to get Jrue Holiday to the Mavs. And I think you got to start by building around Jalen Brunson because they're going to want a young guard in return. I think he makes sense. They don't have a center next year because Derek Favors is out. They do have Jackson Hayes, but Dwight Powell could be a great veteran starter for them next year. Justin Jackson, throw him in to make the money work. And then, of course, 2 draft picks, number 18 and number 31. So this trade would have to happen on draft night or after draft night. And yes, this is a lot to give up for Jrue Holiday. I get it. But the guy's a veteran. He's won games before. And the upgrade from the defensive position when you look at the Mavs guards right now would be huge. Your best defensive guard is DeLon Wright. And he did not fit into this Maverick system at all. Jrue Holiday would be everything we wanted DeLon Wright to be and twice as much, if not 3 times as much. And the guy can play the point guard position when Luka's off the floor and the 2 guard position when Luka is on the floor in that starting 5. I think you would see a classic Rick Carlisle 3-guard lineup, but it's a big 3-guard lineup with Luka being a 6'7" point guard, Jrue Holiday having the length of a wing, Tim Hardaway Jr. playing probably the 3. You get Finney-Smith at the 4 and Porzingis at the 5, and all of a sudden you have 2 elite wing defenders in Holiday and Finney-Smith. You have an elite rim protector in Kristaps Porzingis and 2 solid defenders now in Luka Doncic and Tim Hardaway. But, of course, you do take a little hit at the depth position. Now, with Jrue Holiday, you address 2 of what I believe are the Mavs' biggest needs in defense and playmaking ability. But if you guys disagree, and I know a lot of you do because I've seen a lot of people that want another big man on this team, go ahead and let me know in the comments section. What is this Dallas Mavericks team's biggest need? You can shout it out and you can decide. Maybe you agree with me that it's defense. Maybe you disagree with me and you say it's a big man. Or maybe you think it's something totally different. Maybe you need some kind of 3-and-D bench scoring. I don't even know. You can come up with the biggest need down in the comment section below. Just go ahead and shout that out. Now, one guy that I think would thrive in this Maverick system is Buddy Hield. Much to the delight of producer Sam here, the OU graduate, Buddy Hield has been really an elite shooter for his entire career. But the thing is, Luke Walton and Buddy Hield's relationship has officially gone south. And that means the Kings could be looking to trade Buddy Hield very soon. And I think Dallas needs to get in the mix for the 27-year-old shooter from Sacramento. Now, you look at what he's done over the past 4 years, of his career. In 2019-2020, he was second in the league in three-pointers made, and that was in a condensed season as well, as he made 271, fourth in the league the year before that, and then the other years before that, it was a little bit different, 20th and 29th. But three-point percentage has been very, very consistent from Buddy Hield. He has never shot over the past 4 years less than 39% from 3, which would already make him the second best three-point shooter on this Mavs team behind Tim Hardaway Jr. But if he got to 43% like he did just last year, he would be the best shooter on this Mavericks team. And when you look at the way Rick Carlisle has built this system around Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, what do you need around those two? Three-point shooting. You know what Buddy Hield does? He shoots the lights out of the gym wherever he goes, whether it's Oklahoma, whether it's New Orleans, whether it's Sacramento, or if he comes into Dallas, finds himself open on the wings, he would thrive. And I promise you, Rick Carlisle would be able to find such a perfect spot for him in this offense. Now, something else that's perfect are these jersey deals over on Fanatics. When you go to chatsports.com/Mavs jersey, you're going to get a Dallas Mavericks jersey shipped for free. And not just any Mavs jersey, not just some knockoff that's going to wither away in the washing machine and the dryer. No, you are going to get an authentic Nike Dallas Mavericks jersey shipped to your house for free. Whether you want Luka, Porzingis, the GOAT Dirk Nowitzki, heck, I even saw an Isaiah Roby jersey available on Fanatics. So they literally have anybody that you want to rep. So go to that link today. It'll be in the comment section. It'll be in the description. Chatsports.com/Mavs jersey. The best place to go is Fanatics for all your Dallas Mavericks gear. Now, one guy that might be putting on a Dallas Mavericks jersey very soon is Victor Oladipo. The Mavs reportedly do have interest in Oladipo, and they are looking to add him potentially to a team to become a third star next to Luka and Porzingis. Now, the only question I do have with Victor Oladipo is, can he return to his all-star form? Because we saw him do it. I mean, he was a two-time all-star with the Indiana Pacers, but then he suffered a really gruesome leg injury, and that set him back just a little bit. He wasn't 100% healthy this past year. We know that. He wasn't 100% healthy in the bubble. We know that as well. The thing with Victor Oladipo, even though he's 28 years old, of this list of 5 guys that I've mentioned, I know we're only through 3 right now, he is the highest risk, highest reward option on the block. Because if you get him and he pays off, he's an all-star. Jrue Holiday's not an all-star. Buddy Hield's not an all-star. Victor Oladipo has been an all-star in the past. But the high risk comes with, if you give up assets for this guy, you could potentially only get half of a season out of him before he's gone. So the idea that I've come up with, and I've consistently put this on All Things Mavs, and some of you are like, oh, this is perfect. Some of you are like, oh, Jimmy, you're garbage. You should never be an NBA GM in your life, which I probably won't anyway. And then the other half of you are like, or I guess third of you, are like, this is pretty good. Tim Hardaway, Justin Jackson, DeLon Wright, 2 draft picks, you get Oladipo. I like it quite a bit, and I do think Victor Oladipo could fit perfectly on this Mavericks team if it works out. Now, if you trade Tim Hardaway Jr., you probably start Seth Curry, and you have Victor Oladipo. My question now in this situation is, okay, where in the world is the defense coming from? That's probably my biggest problem with this one, because Oladipo is a really good defender, but not if he's playing and defending against small forwards. So if I had to make the decision right now, I'm picking Buddy Hield over Victor Oladipo for a couple reasons. Number 1, no real injuries to worry about. Number 2, he is younger. He's 27 years old. He's also not going to be a free agent next year like Victor Oladipo. Number 3, three-point shooting has been consistent from Buddy Hield. You know what you're getting, and you don't probably have to give up quite as much for Buddy Hield as you would for Victor Oladipo. So that's my opinion, but nobody really cares about my opinion. You're just watching me for all the facts here. So I want your opinion. Would you rather have Buddy Hield, or would you rather have Victor Oladipo? If you want Buddy, type Buddy. If you want Victor Oladipo, type Depot down in the comment section below. Now, keep those things in mind. Probably have to give up less for Buddy Hield, but if Victor Oladipo pans out, you're getting an all-star in return. Now, the next guy on this list is also a former all-star, and I've seen a lot of y'all being like, hey, Jimmy, why are you not talking about Blake Griffin to the Dallas Mavericks? Well, I'll talk about it, but I'm going to be frank, and I'm going to be upfront with you. This is not a guy I want to take a risk on. He's 31 years old. He is just 1 year removed from an all-star season with the Detroit Pistons, which it's still weird to me that he's on the Pistons. That feels just like a waste of talent to me personally. But this past year, and although it was shortened, he only played in 18 games. That is a significant drop-off for a guy who just last year played in 75 games and was averaging 25 points per game, 8 rebounds, and shooting the ball 36% from beyond the three-point arc. The year before that, just 58 games, and the year before that, 61 games. So besides 2018-2019, we haven't really seen a healthy season from Blake Griffin. And when you're talking about this team who already has Kristaps Porzingis that is pretty injury prone at this point in his career, and Luka Doncic who has a little few bumps and bruises every once in a while, do you really want to take a risk on a guy who's 31, so 6 years older than your other best player in Kristaps Porzingis, and can't stay healthy for a full season? To me, Griffin is just far too injury prone to give up true assets for. Now, if I'm getting all-star Blake Griffin that I know is going to play 75 games, heck, I would trade anyone not named Luka and not named Porzingis for Blake Griffin. But I'm not guaranteed that I'm going to get that from Blake Griffin anymore on this team. He'd be fun, and I do want to applaud Griffin for being able to change his game to fit in today's NBA style with his playmaking ability and three-point shooting. But, man, he is not the same Blake Griffin that we saw in Lob City. We know that now. I hope he gets healthy. I hope he gets back to all-star form. I just don't think the Dallas Mavericks are the team to really go out and make a move for Blake Griffin. But, Mavs fans, whoever the Mavs do trade for or sign or draft, we're going to have it for you right here on All Things Mavs. So if you truly count yourself as a Mavs fan for life, you got to make sure you subscribe. Go to youtube.com/allthingsmavs or just hit that big red button down below, or hit the link that I'm going to put in the comments and in the description, and make sure you subscribe. This is really the fastest growing and the best Dallas Mavericks community on the internet today. So hit that subscribe button. It would be a huge help to me, and it would really just say, hey, Jimmy, you're doing a good job with your Mavs coverage, so why don't you go ahead and subscribe today. Now, the final trade target I want to talk about on today's show is Rudy Gobert. And this is not a trade target that I'm saying, hey, Mavs, go out and get him. I'm saying, Mavs, go and stay away from him. Bleacher Report has constantly, and I mean for the past 2 years, tried to come up with trades to get Rudy Gobert to Dallas. And all I'm saying is no thank you. The dude's going to be a free agent in 2021 already, and they don't have to give up assets for a center. You know why? They already have a great starting center in Kristaps Porzingis. And you're like, Jimmy, wait, KP's a power forward. Oh, really? You really think he's just a power forward? How about the fact that after the All-Star break, when KP started at center for the majority of the season after Dwight Powell was gone, the Mavs' offensive efficiency was the best in the entire NBA. And you're like, okay, that's just 1 year. No. Best offensive efficiency of all time with Kristaps Porzingis at the center position. So I found the numbers. I did a little bit of digging. I did the research so that you don't have to show you how much better Porzingis was at the power forward position that he was playing at before the All-Star break. But between that and the center position, which he was playing at after the All-Star break. Points per game jumped from 18 to 23. He went from single-digit rebounds to double-digit rebounds. He passed the ball more efficiently out of the post and doubled his assists per game from 1.5 to 3. He was obviously blocking more shots as a center because he's in the post, and that's where you want him. And, oh, by the way, he became an even better three-point shooter. So if I'm the Dallas Mavericks, which I guess I rep the Dallas Mavericks here, so I kind of am, I'm starting Kristaps Porzingis, and I'm not giving up assets to go out and sign a center. You also already have guys like Maxi Kleber, Willie Cauley-Stein, and Boban Marjanovic off the bench as center options. No reason to trade for one. Now, Gobert is going to be a free agent in 2021, and that free agency class is absolutely stacked with all-stars and superstars like Giannis, Gobert, Kawhi. So, fun question here, and looking a little ahead to the future. Which free agent in 2021 would you most want to sign to the Dallas Mavericks? Let me know in the comment section below.